Oh yeah, going right in. Man, I ain't got nothing else on top of nothing. This is what it is, homie. It's the king subjects. That's right, I said it's the king subjects. Why ask why? The king subjects or the king subjects? So this is how we finna get it in right now, homie. Man, so much stuff is going on out here in the world. I just felt right now it's that time that, you know, for me to come out with what I need to come out with, speak on what I need to speak on. You know, I feel there's a whole lot of people out here doing a whole lot of talking. That's, cool. You know, I'm looking at all of the blogs and all of the moderators and influencers and, just people in general having a thing to say about everything and everybody. So, it is what it is. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all speak on what y'all speak on. More love to all of y'all. This ain't what that is. This is real, original, straight from the He's-Art. I ain't here to be really speaking on nobody else's business or really even mine. But at the same time, general topics, things I will speak on and relate to a lot of stuff I've been through. And whatever I choose to bring up, that's what I choose to bring up, homie. If you ain't feeling it, then bounce, skate, rock, roll, ride, whatever you do, just kick rocks, homie. Homegirl, whoever you are, do you. I do me, I stay doing me. I've been doing this for a real long time, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm jumping right on into it. Look, listen, the whole Puffy thing is way here. It's crazy. This ain't the first time we done heard stuff about, him. I ain't gonna really be saying his name like that. I'm not here to accuse nobody. I'm not here to down nobody, put nobody down, or say that I know anything. A lot of the stuff I see online really makes me think that y'all out here tripping. Man, I look at it like this. It's a code to everything that we do. And if you're going to stick to that code and bring that code into play, then you got to stick to that code, right? So I'm looking online and I'm hearing a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of Pacific, talk about Pacific events and people by name, cases. A lot of that stuff kind of really makes me, who was born in the early 70s and still look good and still here, right now. Gen Xer, you feel me? Yeah, it's our time. We the new executives, we the new bosses, them Gen Xers. We here now. And we see what y'all doing because we the ones who made a lot of this. First geeks, first ones with the Tories, first ones with all of that. So this digital game is really just something we already started way back in the mid to late 70s and the early 80s, really, when it popped and really got popping, and then we came up to, Nintendo. So it is what it is. But, yo, this is crazy. I mean, if you're going to put the hood spin on it and put that play on it, then, man, I mean, dude, I'm seeing dudes really prosecute individuals online using paperwork. Man, I was taught something different. I was taught something a lot different. Number one is you don't never worry about nobody else's case. You ain't the DA. You ain't the police. You ain't no detective, and you ain't no investigator. Especially if you put the hood play in it and you playing by them rules and regulations. Most folks I see put that aside and say, man, I'm going to jump right on in and give it to them full as if I'm solving the case, resolving the case, reopening the case. Man, that make my skin kind of crawl because I look at the streets today and I say, yo, homie, it's crazy out here. Everything change all the time. I feel that, but right now it's, y'all know. So this what this is, we gonna jump from here to there. We might even jump back, so y'all chill on out, relax, get comfortable. There's a lot to talk about. The king got a lot on his mind, and I just can't bear it no more. I'm just, and you could probably hear it in my voice. I'm at a point where I'm fed up. I wasn't gonna never do this. I said I wasn't gonna never do this, but I had a plan in background, waiting, sitting, marinating. And I said, okay, it's time to put that in play. It's time to lay that spade on the table, man. Because if I wait any longer, ain't no telling what tomorrow gonna bring. So it's gonna be a whole lot of talk, a whole lot of haters. I feel it. A whole lot of lies, a whole lot of everything. I feel it. That's the internet. Internet does that, So my company, one of them, was one of the very first companies to do this whole music thing digital. That means process, music creations, music development, everything from release and distribution, placements, you name it, all digital. It was the very first ones. So a lot of them cats to say, oh, that's that new stuff. We was them ones that they were saying, oh, that's that new stuff. That yes, we also started before that on a PlayStation 1. Yeah, with a game called MTV Music Generator. Yup, it's a video game. And me and one of the young homies, we learned how to get the sound up out of that PlayStation and into a couple of other devices, and then we got that into a computer, and it was a wrap because we was able to make our beats before Pro Tools and Fruity Loops and all of that. Before that, man. So it's a lot of history behind me. I got a whole story that's beyond, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. You add them all together, and that's all mine. I got to have like 20 different versions. It's a lot. But y'all hang on. Love me, feel me, take what you could take. The rest, hey, let it roll off your back like some water on a duck. It's all good. I ain't tripping. But this Puffy thing, I get back to that real quick. Man, feel me, y'all. If what they say is 1% true, and I always say this when I talk to my youngins, I say, listen, young homie, if anything is that really, really, really bad, right? And you come back and find that it ain't no twist, it ain't no setup, it ain't no police involvement, ain't nobody setting them. No, it's some real straight up, this what this dude done, this what this cat done participated in. If 1% of that kind of is real, then it don't take no genius. It don't take no whole conversation online. It don't take, if 1% of that is real, and them alphabets know that, then you see the response and you see how they acted on that, then you got to know from the bottom of your heart, it's popping, homie. It's popping. It's bad. Things ain't too good. Things is bad. And if things is bad like that for homie, we pray for his family. I pray for his family. Prayers is needed. This is a moment for black culture, period, hip hop, music. A lot of us put down these legends, okay? One of the legends y'all put down is incarcerated right now. I remember as a child, as a youngster, homie, jumping on we call it a siege cruiser, but y'all call it beach cruisers. It is what it is. You already know what that is. I ain't got to tell you. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And ride all the way to my city's high school Friday nights. Not all the time, but when they played, and watch one of our legendary moguls. I'm talking moguls, black moguls, human moguls, not even black, just a human mogul who was able to give us some of the greatest artists and music in the history of music, who are still to this day, those artists, regardless of what their lives transpired to be, they still delivering great music, great stories, great thoughts, great feelings, great memories, everything. They're still delivering to this day. So this man is phenomenal. And before he was any of that, I used to go ride my bike down there and watch him play football with one of my big homies from my block. See it? From my city. See it? So you gonna hear a lot of that from me. If you can figure it out, you figure it out. But I'm not finna go into too many, because I told you I don't even like this. But I'm doing this because it's needed. And tomorrow ain't promising nobody, but I think it's time that the folks hear my voice. So yeah, here we are. That's what we doing now. Y'all need to really, really stay focused out here in these streets. It's a lot going on. If they make you look left, you got to figure out there's something really going down on the right. And if down the middle, if you don't even see down the middle, you'll mess around and bump your head on a light. And that light be hot. And sometimes you don't want to bump your head on that light bulb and it's hot like that. That thing burn. Yeah, the homie said he whoop your head, boy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that light bulb will whoop your head and wake you up to something, boy. You realize you hanging outside an airplane. We don't jump out of airplanes. I don't jump in the water with a whole bunch of alligators. I really don't get down, but I watch it. I watch it. I'm one of them old East Side cats that turn dirt and get gold and jewels and rubies and all them precious stones out of dirt. I know how to turn dirt and find that money in that dirt. Okay? And dirt ain't always bad. They turn dirt all the time. You see it. Parker. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He turn dirt all the time. And it's just a lot of gold. It's gold. And what most people don't think is money at it is. What most people don't think is jewels at it is. What most people don't think is hope at it is. And hope, y'all. Hope that this man, who can overcome this. Because if that 1% is true, it's a lot of folks connected to that man. And it's a lot of history. It's a lot of heritage. It's a lot of good connected to him. And you can't mix ink and water like that. That don't float. Ink and water does not mix. So one gonna overtake the other. So I'm just telling you right here, right now, I'm hoping and praying for that brother and his family. I give him that. And let's say this. If it is true, I hope and pray and send my prayers and love to the victims and folks who've been affected by him allegedly. I send my love to them as well, because healing comes and that healing can come in a lot of different ways. So it's a lot of prayers, love that need to go out to them folks as well. It ain't one-sided. It ain't gonna never be one-sided with me. But at the same time, I'm not your po-po. I'm not your district attorney. I'm not none of that. I don't even agree with all of that, going to get files and oh my God, that just make me, what is we doing? Like, oh man, I can't even, man, I was taught and trained a whole different way from a whole different era on some whole different principles. And, regardless what people gonna say about me and think about me, anybody that know me know, if you watch me, you're gonna see totally different than what they say bad about me. The bad about me, you're gonna realize come from a lot of haters and a lot of people who just, for whatever reason, whether they, got that plate put on them or they put that plate on them on themselves. So they just have something against me, and I can't change everybody. I'm not here to change the world. I'm here to just give you a little bit of game. It's going to be as sharp as an icicle right to your heart. So it's going to be cold, and it ain't going to never be normal. That's for sure. But if you feel me, I come from the old LA, the old East Side, homie. The old Comptons and Linwood, and the old Los Angeles, Watts. That's my family, We come from that old side. It's still chickens and horses and stuff, but that's all it was, dirt roads and chickens and horses. And, man, great grannies and grannies, that's, man, mamas and daddies and families. We one of the biggest out here. So with that being said, this is the King Subjects. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me, and I ask you to press that subscribe button and press that like button, and thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. That's the key. Most of the times we always want love. Now I'm giving love to you for even listening to me. So thank you, and I'll get back to you later. Once again, it's the King Subjects. Check me out. More is coming. This is the first. This is history. We did it, baby. We here now. Now we finna go superly past the top. Not the top, but past that. Way past. There's a whole nother level. A whole nother level. All right, yo. But yo, this is what it is. This is what we do it, man. I love you. Love everybody, man. Peace, love, and tater chip grease. That's how we get down, baby. All right, I'm out.